Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? Holla at your boy, it's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom with RealLifeTrading.com. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. It is Wednesday, the 12th of October. Weather here in Nashville was almost too beautiful to bear, but I had to go outside and enjoy those rays. Gorgeous weather here in Nashville, pretty pumped about it. Just booked my tickets to New York City for November, sometime in November. So if I got any fans and traders, friends and people in New York City, I'll be there. I don't know exactly the days I'm going to be in New York City, but the 8th through this time frame. So it's going to be like a New York City, Montreal combo trip. So if you live in one of those two places, let me know, because I will be in both New York City and Montreal. I just don't know exactly which days yet specifically. But if I had to guess, probably New York City, some action on Tuesday, Montreal, these 3 days, back into New York City for Sunday, Monday, and I fly back out Tuesday. If I had to guess, that's probably what it's going to be. But anyway, just letting you guys know, pretty excited about that. Okay, cool. So what's the market doing? Here's the SPY, and we have broken out of that wedge apparently, at least for right now. And I'll show you a line that's going to blow your mind in just a second. But what I'm looking at, if we're going to go bearish, right? If there's any chance of us going bearish, I still have that Mohawk bet. SPY has to get below 211 by the end of October. So it's getting close. And when I mentioned that, that was actually back in here. So it was a pretty big deal when I was mentioning, okay, it's going to be below 211 by the end of October. So if it doesn't, Mohawk time. But if it does, here's what I'm expecting. A little bit of a retest. And then if it's going to roll over, one could consider an October week 3 if it triggers tomorrow. Otherwise, you're probably going to be going with an October week 4 or November week 1, probably 214 or 213 put option if and when SPY retraces back up into that 215 area on the SPY. Just something to consider. But the line that I mentioned that I was going to blow your mind with was this one right here. Keep this in mind. Support, resistance. So yes, even though it is a wedge, it still is a buy low, sell high opportunity. Therefore, this also a possibility. This is a possibility. This is a possibility. This is a possibility. That's still a thing that could transpire. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of you guys want the market to just absolutely crash. It may or it may not. Here is the long-term moving average, the 100 simple, and we're just kind of banging our head against that. I think we'll figure out within 24 to 48 hours if we're going to be going lower on the SPY. Truly, I think this is probably the week that's going to start happening. If it's going to start happening, it needs to start happening soon. So that's the SPY. Here's the Qs. Here's some QQQ. Did break out of that. Again, from the weekly options newsletter. I do have a few traders who are still in that. They said, Jeremy, loved your analysis. I just want to kind of do a little bit of my own creation. I was like, hey, that's fantastic. That's what it's all about, right? The weekly options newsletter is just my information. That's just my opinion. But anyway, QQQ, nice little pennant pattern. Check this out on the hourly charts. Again, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if it does, if we gap down tomorrow on the Qs, specifically below 117 and most assuredly below 116.52, if anything like that were to happen on the Qs, I think we could get a nice little ride down lower. But overall, it looks a little bit more bullish than bearish on ticker symbol QQQ. Long term, the bear move could just have us come down to 115, and that could be it, really. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. But again, I'm not picking the top. I don't think it's the end of the world in the market at all. Just doing our thing, making magic happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder, the weekly options newsletter did go out yesterday for those who have purchased it. If you have not purchased it, the trade setup in the weekly options newsletter has not triggered yet. It's actually really easy to access for most of us. If you log in, if you have it purchased, if you log into your dashboard, you will see weekly options newsletter. There's the product right there. If you have not purchased it, you will not see it. That's the professional trading icon right there for the hedge fund. That's the morning floor, and that's the afternoon floor. That's all that you can even buy at Real Life Trading. That's it. So there you go. There you have it. And if you click on the weekly options newsletter, you'll see edition number 2, October 11th. So just FYI, it is still out there if you want. And on the 149 deal that gets the morning, afternoon, and weekly options newsletter all combined, the deal ends in 3 days, 6 hours, 41 minutes, and 48 seconds. Just a nice, friendly reminder. Here's some credit spreads that look like they're going to be expiring. You guys have looked at these before. This, we got in back on the 15th of September. Yes, a month ago. 63.62 October bull put spread for 11% return on investment, not including commissions. That should go to options heaven just fine by next Friday. RIG, ticker symbol RIG. We looked at this one many times before. $8 put sale expiring not this Friday, but next Friday on RIG. British Petroleum, ticker symbol BP, expiring on the 31st. Not the 31st. The 21st of October, which is not this Friday, but next Friday at $31 strike price on ticker symbol British Petroleum. And First Solar FSLR. First Solar, we got the $36 put sale expiring not this Friday, but next Friday. So a lot of option expirations expiring this Friday. Speaking of, we got some, Dave's got one, the 211-209, expiring this Friday as well. Had a few stocks that got requested for me to get looked at, so here they go. Ticker symbol PBYI. Puma Biotechnology, and I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Murthy. He made some money on this trade, but got stopped out with this bullish candle, even though he was bearish, and that trade just ended up rolling over. So it's painful to see that happen. But Puma Biotechnology, this is a very, very bullish gap right here, and the fact that it is failing that gap and continually going lower, my edge, the direction I see is a little bit more bearish than bullish. This is a very volatile stock, mind you. You got a really good support right here, about 57.51. So if I was looking at this particular trade, I would look for a retest into the $58 level and a potential rollover with a stop approximately at 62.39, above some of those moving averages. So let Puma Biotechnology potentially retest tomorrow and then maybe roll over a little bit lower. Bank of America, ticker symbol BAC. Bank of America hanging out, doing its thing. Here's just the candle version. And this was a resistance line that we've had for a while in Bank of America at about $15.08. Really big move here from $12 to $16. That's a huge move on Bank of America from July to the end of August. So bottom line, 2 months, moving 4 points, which is 30%. Huge, huge growth on Bank of America. Really nice retest, trading back up to that exact same resistance. Don't know what's going to happen, but earnings is right around the corner. So my thought is this: if it trades back down to 15, buying opportunity. If it trades sideways and then gaps on earnings above 16.52, that likely would continue a little bit lower. I'm sorry, I apologize. Bullish if it gapped above 16.50. Here's silver, ticker symbol SLV. And, oops, that's not silver. This is silver. Silver, ticker symbol SLV. So the last 2 days, I said last 2 days, this day and this day, whatever these 2 days are, Thursday and Friday, you got some nice long lower shadows. Where are those lower shadows occurring at? Those lower shadows are occurring at the 200 simple moving average. I do like how much silver has pulled back. I've mentioned a few times that the general metal industry or the sector right now is a buying opportunity. It's in a buying location. Just kind of get an idea for how long term you want to buy. Is it a short term trade? Is it a long term trade? Are you looking at months? Are you looking at days, hours, years? Just really depends. I got some new silver shipment actually today, just opened it. So I'm still buying physical silver right now. But the actual ETF itself, it is at a good location to bounce. I like the setup, and 1661 by 1602 with a retest up to $18 will be the only short-term directional swing trade that I can see right now on silver. I got to give a shout out to Amy. Amy, ladies and gentlemen, is a trader who joined Real Life Trading just a few days ago. She called me on the way to Alaska, and I was going to Alaska, which was back in May. Was that May? No, I'm sorry. August. That was August. Just a few months ago. Okay, so back in August, she called me and I was on the way, and she had never really traded before. She's like, Jeremy, what do I need to do in order to trade? So guys, this was just a few months ago. So from August till now, Amy didn't know anything about the stock market. Just the other day on United States Steel, I said the other day, yesterday, Amy made 2 R's on a day trade on United States Steel. Going from knowing zero about the stock market to profitably day trading on a trade is absolutely fantastic. That's a testament to her hard work. So Amy, congratulations. Great job for taking that trade. Well done. My buddy Matt, who's excited about deer season, he's in ticker symbol CHS bullish. So I just want to look at this one for Matt. This was a really strong gap right here. Nice little retest. Stock was moving bullishly and then kind of pulled back a little bit. Here's your exponential moving averages. So he's in $12.18 by 11.18. So he entered here on the pullback with the stop right there. That's his setup. So realistically, if this thing can bounce nicely and trade higher, it should kind of continue up a little bit more. GoPro, gotta give a shout out to my buddy Johnny Guarco for making 3.3 Rs today on GoPro. Do you guys want to see the setup that he did? Before I show you, just as a reminder, I did have a bullish entry on GoPro, and we did get stopped out back here for a loss. That is on the worksheet. Let me just pull that up so you guys can know. I talk about a lot of trades often, but I do show, and I'm very transparent with the losers and the winners. So as long as you lose small, win big, the profits will come. So here's the swing trades, and there's GoPro right here. Boop, 1651, stop at 1506. We end up moving up the stop, and we lost half of an R. Right, so just as a reminder, we do have 3 swing trades open right now. Those traders who subscribe to the floor, they can get this article, this little journal right here. But anyway, GoPro, we did get stopped out. Here's the trade that he took. Honestly, just dirty. One of the dirtiest trades I've seen in a long time. Nice little doji, right off the 10 exponential moving average. Entry, stop, holla at your boy over there in Hawaii, Johnny Guarco, a.k.a. J-Bones, a.k.a. J-Money. Just crushed that trade. Great trade, man, on GoPro. So what now? What to do now on GoPro? Well, here's a weekly time frame. It's pulling back pretty nicely. That 50 EMA is doing its thing. It's still making higher lows, however, and you do have a support resistance where we're coming into. So my thought is on earnings, which are just right around the corner next week. We'll see what it does, but really probably look to buy GoPro again and maybe try to trade up into the 50 exponential moving average. But it's had its big run with the GoPro drone. It might be over. We'll have to see. BABA on the list. Here's BABA on the daily chart. Very, very interesting chart, ladies and gentlemen. Looks a little double top-ish. Here's a low, broke below the moving average, black candle gapping down to retest gap. If I were to come over here at an hourly chart, there's a lot of traders looking at this exact trade right here on Alibaba, looking for something like this. Here's your support, retest, buy puts or short, and then expect a rollover on BABA with the stops from right around there. A lot of traders keeping an eye on that. If you want to be one of those, feel free to, but it looks a little bit bearish. Target on that trade would be about the 50 EMA. Back on the 20th of September, which is about a month ago. Yep, haven't traded BABA for over a month now. Looking for it to pull back into 98-ish before I trade it anymore again. So at this point, just going to be waiting on BABA, but that little short, very quick bearish trade is definitely an opportunity as well. One other thing, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to bring out to you guys' attention, because this trade right now on Apple, a lot of traders have been tracking Apple, and there's been a few traders who have been very, very profitable on Apple. Just even in the last 3 or 4 days, I got a lot of coaching students who trade Apple. Got to give a shout out to Jason Smith, who traded 2 trades. He traded GoPro with me and ticker symbol AMT. AMT lost on both of those trades, and the money he made on Apple was more to cover than both the losses on GoPro and AMT, right? So that's the key, folks. Lose as small as you can on the ones that don't work, and the ones that do work, make more money than your losers, right? If you make more money than you lose, mathematically, you will be profitable. So the message for today then, this Wednesday, is make the money real to you. Doesn't matter where you are in your trading career. My thought process is pull some of the money out, unless it's in like an IRA or a retirement fund that you're going to get absolutely slammed with fees. But pull some money out and reward yourself. Make the money real. If you're trading in a regular, just good old-fashioned cash account or margin account, something that's not a retirement fund, yes, you're going to pay taxes on the money that you pull out. But ladies and gentlemen, I got a warning for you. The more money you make in life, the more you're going to pay in taxes. So it's okay. Just get used to that. But if you pull out money, reward yourself. Make that money real to you. Even if it's $200. If you make $200 in an entire month trading, pull out that $100. As crazy as it sounds, that $100 is going to feel like the most glorifying $100 bill you've ever had in your life. Reward yourself. Reward others with that money, right? For my guys out there, if you go out and you buy your wife or your partner your new diamond or a new necklace or something really pretty with your trading money, you're going to link positivity to doing the right thing, right? She'll be happy, you'll be happy, everyone's going to be happy in that situation. Ladies and gentlemen, reward yourself. Make the money real, even if you're trading a very, very small account. That's really going to be my message and the objective with the weekly options newsletter. In the letter, you could trade a $5,000 account, you could trade a $2,000 account, you could trade a $10,000 account, $20,000 account, $1,000 account. But if you can make, in that particular weekly options newsletter alone, approximately $400 a month, right? Let's just say worst case scenario, that's our objective. That's a car payment, ladies and gentlemen, $400 a month. If we're pulling that money out and or we trade it profitably for 3 months and we save up $1,200, then let's go buy a new refrigerator or something. Do you need a refrigerator fixed? Do you need new cabinets? Do you need new floors? Do you need new carpet? Do you need a new bed? Make that money real to you. If you have the money there in your house, around you, when you're walking up and down the stairs, you're going into the kitchen, you're like, man, that's a nice refrigerator. Oh yeah, I paid for it with trading. You're going to be linked to doing the positive things in trading, which is following your trading plan, mitigating risk, keeping the discipline alive. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. That's the mission of real life trading. I know a lot of people often talk about how much money you can make in trading, and they sell you the dream. They go, hey, look at my Ferrari, look at my big house, look at my boat. You want to be like me, don't you? We have a little bit of a different spin on it. My spin is, for some of the traders out there, sure, if your account's big enough, go buy the Ferrari, go buy the house, go buy the boat. But if you're like a lot of traders out there and you're just slowly chipping away at the debt mountain, or you're slowly chipping away at your student loans or whatever it is, that's absolutely fine. There was at one point just a few years ago that $30 a month to me was a really, really big deal. And it took me a long time to grow that in my trading. But at some point in time, ladies and gentlemen, it can start exponentially growing as long as you follow your plan, you be patient, and most importantly, when you get up, reward yourself and make that money real to you. If you want to take a trip to Aruba or Spain or Portugal or Germany or New Zealand or Argentina or Mexico, right? If you want to take a trip with your family and you just made $4,000 on that trade, pull the money out and go on a vacation. Right? Enjoy it. That's what life's about. It's about enjoying it, having a blast, living life to the fullest, helping others, and enriching lives. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this Wednesday Real Life Stock Review. I appreciate it. I know it's a little bit longer than normal. I'll be back Friday with the next one. If you have any stocks that you want me to look at, post them in the comment section below. Email me, jeremy@reallifetrade.com, Twitter, I do some nuggets, LinkedIn, Facebook. We do the whole social media thing. You guys rock. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.